Hey guys, Marissa at kitchentablestamper.com. You guys seen my shameless bribe? Stampin' Up Carnival Treats is probably the last host exclusive stamp set that Stampin' Up's going to offer. The rewards program is changing. We're not exactly sure when the rewards program is changing. It could be anytime between fall and sometime next year. But I figured, nostalgia's sake, and because I love this stamp set, we're going to offer a 5-part class. It's free at kitchentablestamper.com. And you can get the class packet, including the treats. Do you see my awesome donuts? They're erasers. They're little donuts. I will include 3 of the donuts in your class packet if you're interested. This is what we're making today. A little box for the donuts. Oh, that cute. Holds 3 donuts. And let's get started with the crafting, and I'll tell you about my offer. All right, so Stampin' Up in April is having a challenge for demonstrators to better their best. And that means to just sell a little bit more than they did in April 2023. So I'm trying to do that, and I need your help. I'm offering a 5-part video series. This is 2 out of 5. In this series, you'll make the donut box, matching card. That was video number 1. You backtrack and see that one. A pencil sleeve for a little popcorn pencil treat. Look at the popcorn, isn't that great? A Slurpee card that says "You brighten my day." Look at those awesome ices or Slurpees. What do you guys call them? And number 5 is this with love cotton candy box, and the cotton candy box holds one of these sleeves of cotton candy bubble gum. All right, so that's the 5-part series. This box is 4 1/4 by 6 9/16, and I got new basic beige. Let me get my Simply Score tool here, and we'll score this up according to the template. So I'm offering the Make and Take packet for free with a $150 order. You'll place a $150 order with Stampin' Up, MarisaAlvarez.stampinup.net, and do not use a host code. Just place a $100 order, and you'll automatically get the class packet in the mail. You will, however, want to redeem your Stampin' Rewards for the Carnival Treats stamp set if you don't already have this. And this is item number 162937. Now this stamp set is available while supplies last. So if you like the class, you want to get the packet, you want to get the Carnival Treats stamp set before it's gone. All right, so we're going to start on the 6 9/16 inch side. And we're going to score at 1/2, 1, 3 1/4, and 3 3/4. Then you notice 6 1/16 is the next score line. I'm going to hold off on that for just a minute. I'm going to rotate, and we're going to score both of the 4 1/4 inch sides at 1 1/2. So 1/2 and 1. Now we're going to do that 6 1/16 inch score line using our paper trimmer. 16ths are just a little bit too small increments for this Simply Score tool, but your paper trimmer is perfect for that. So now what we're going to do is put this in so that we have the 2 segments. This is the 1/2 and the 1 1/2 segment in the paper trimmer. Let's open this arm up because we got to go to 6 1/16. We're going to park this cutting blade way up there where we can accidentally cut instead of score. And then we're going to bring this out to 6 1/16. That is 1 bloop, or 1 dash, or 1 line right past the 6 inches. When you got that, then you'll score that one, and that's your box. Now 1/16 of an inch is the space that we need so that the lid of the box will close freely over the bottom of the box. All right, so that 16th is really important, but it was pretty simple, right? Wasn't too hard. All right, so we're gonna now work the scores of the bone folder, and we're gonna trim it up according to our template. All right, now you're gonna get the 2 small segments on your left, long edge across the top, 1 small segment on your right. The first thing we're gonna do is turn into those 2 segments. We're gonna go into score lines and cut at an angle. And then we're gonna cut out the 2 squares. Now move over to the next score line left, cut at an angle, and cut out the 2 squares. Now here's your tab. Gonna go to the next score line and cut up 2, stop at the second score line, cut a little angle to take out that fold, and then trim off the square. So now you got a little tab. Turn it and then do the same thing here. You're gonna cut up 2 score lines, a little bit angle, and then cut off the square. Now you're gonna go down to the next set of score lines and cut up 2 score lines. And then you're going to rotate to the end. Now you're going to take off this square, the long rectangle and the square. I'm going to cut the score line right off, and then cut out the score line here, and down 1 more and cut out the score line. And come in here and just angle this a bit to take out the bulk. Now we got a little tab, big tab, little tab. We're gonna go to do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna keep these 2 big rectangles, cut up 2 score lines. Rotate here to the front of the box, cut off the square, the big rectangle, and the square. Now we'll cut out the score lines. Stop at the intersecting score line, just take out the bulk there, little tiny triangle cut, and then angle here. So there, my friends, is your basic beige donut box. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now let's put this together with some tear and tape adhesive. You're going to use tear and tape on the long edges of the inside of the box, here, here, and here. Then you're going to turn over the box and use adhesive on all 6 little tabs. All right, there's our adhesive on the 6 little square tabs. Before putting together the box, I'm going to grab a little 1/2-inch circle punch, and we're going to punch a little thumb notch. That makes it just a little bit easier to flip the lid. I like my Simply Scored tool for finding center. I don't know about you, but I gotta mark at least pretty close to center and then punch. Otherwise, I always end up to the left or the right. Never can get it quite right. All right, now I'm gonna remove the adhesive liners. And we're gonna form the top of the box. The top of the box is just the front 2 tabs. Let's bring that in. And there is the front of your box. Now I'm going to use my paper snips, and I'm just going to angle this a little bit because we have that extra 1/16 of an inch in here. Your front might just be a smidge long, and that's the easiest way to just blend that together. It also depends on how much of the score line you cut off, so just a little bit of finesse needed right there. Now we're going to remove the liners from the next set of tabs. We're going to bring these in to the bottom of the box. So there is the back corners of our box. Last set of square tabs. We can remove the liner and we'll bring those up, and that's the front of the box. And the last step is just to go ahead and remove the liners on the long tabs, and this is going to fold in, reinforcing the strength of the bottom of the box and sealing off those tabs so they're not exposed at the inside of the box with the tree. All right, so fold in your sides, fold in from the front. That gives you a little bit more substance. Now here, when you close up your box, the back ends are gonna stick out just a little bit. And what I like to do is just kind of gently taper this side so that it doesn't stick out when closed, or it's not as noticeable that it's out when it's closed. So there is our adorable little donut box. Is that just the cutest thing ever? All right, so it fits 3 of these little donuts perfectly, and you'll just get a assorted 3 in your packet if you're gonna take me up on my make and take packet offer. Got those guys in there. Now let's decorate. Let's stamp. I love making this donut. Got my donut stamp and pecan pie and Pretty in Pink Stampin' pads and a scrap of basic white. Gonna ink up and stamp Pretty in Pink. And then, oh, isn't that pretty? That really is pretty. And then I'm gonna switch, wipe that off, and do pecan pie. We're gonna fussy cut the frosting and the donut so that we can paper piece them. I did this in video number 1 in the series, so we're not going to cover it in great detail, but I am going to just cut out the center of the pink one, cut off the frosting, adhere the frosting to the pecan pie, and then cut out the donut. There's our 2 parts. I'll get some liquid glue and put them together. And now let's do our sprinkles. Going to use the 2024-2026 in color markers, all but Pretty in Pink. I'm going to start with Summer Splash and do random, maybe 8 sprinkles or so. And then we'll go to some contrast and we'll get the peach pie. We'll go around and do maybe 6 or 7 random sprinkles. And then petunia pop, and we'll go random, maybe 5 or 6 sprinkles, and then we'll fill in the rest with Shy Shamrock. Found that was a good way to get all colors represented. And there is our donut. Got Designer Series paper from the Designer Series paper assortment, the In Color 2024-2026 In Color assortment. In the packet, you're going to get 2 of each color, so you'll get all the designs represented. Let me show you. Summer Splash, Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, Peach Pie, and Pretty in Pink. You'll get 2 sheets of each color. I chose Peach Pie and stripes and Shy Shamrock and dots. I like the stripes and dots better for the whimsical look of our carnival treats. The other side is kind of a tropical pattern, so almost like a floral and maybe a Venetian. Very pretty patterns. The donut box Designer Series paper is 2x1 and 2x1 1/4. We're just going to adhere those to the lid of the box with some liquid glue. All right, now we can adhere the Designer Series paper to the box centered. You want an even top, bottom, right and left border. We'll overlap a little bit in the center. Now we use the Peach Pop ribbon in our original sample. Your packet, if you choose to take my shameless bribe, place that $150 order, will receive 2 feet of each ribbon for a total of 10 feet, which is a little over 3 yards of ribbon. So Petunia Pop, Summer Splash, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, and Shy Shamrock. I don't think I'm going to use Shy Shamrock this time or Peach because they're my Designer Series paper. We've got so much pink on the donut frosting, and since the Summer Splash is so kind of similar to Shy Shamrock, we're going to use Petunia Pop this time. So you'll have a couple of feet of each of the ribbon, so you can decide as you're making your projects which Designer Series papers and which ribbons you want to use. All right, so the ribbon is going to need to be about 7 inches. And let me get a ribbon scissor here. Cut it off. You want it to go across the front of your box. All right, there's our Petunia Pop ribbon. Got it folded in half. And so I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to the box with some tear and tape adhesive. And here is just a little trick for you. If you follow along what I'm doing, I'm going to fold my ribbon and then stick it in the tear and tape. Now the tear and tape is pretty narrow, so I'm going to add another little strip here to grab the second tail. Now it is very securely planted to the box. You can see we've got our donut, and then I have these. These are a little tag from Basic White and a little heart from Pretty in Pink. I'm going to get some dimensionals on those. Let me show you the tag. Is one of my favorite little things. It's from a stamp set or die set that's about to retire. That tag is from the Meadow Dies. If you don't already have these awesome plant silhouettes, there's a beautiful label, a couple of butterflies, and that tag. This is a great die set. If you're looking for what to get before it's gone. It was the coordinating die to Quiet Meadow, and I use the splatter all the time. So if you're looking for things that you might have missed, those are some things to pick up on your $150 order. Those two things, just the spatter and the tag, have been worth their weight in gold. And then my hearts came from the Hearts and Hugs dies. This is a little sneak peek of a die set that's coming in the new catalog. This little heart is really just a perfect little paper embellishment. Let's get some dimensionals on the back of the heart, and then we'll get the heart on the tag. And then we need a few dimensionals on the donut. I'm going to put them kind of high and low. There we go. I got 4 on there. I think that's good. We're going to take some linen thread, and here's a little trick. To leave the linen thread on the spool, just slide the linen thread under the ribbon. Now you've got the box, and you can hold down the box while you tie the bow, and that gives you a little bit like an anchor, something to hold on to, something to hold against while you're making the bow. What I want to do here is trim that away from the spool. You need about 15 inches, and I'm not looking for perfect measurements here, but 15 inches should give you plenty. You'll thread on the tag, and then loop, swoop, tuck, and pull. That'll make your bow and secure your little cute little tag on there. I'm gonna trim off the excess and get the stickies off of our donut. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this donut. I love this little box. Let's get that on there. All right, and there is our little treat box. If you've got any questions about the project or about the Make and Take packet offer, you can email Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. To shop Stampin' Up 24/7, go to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net and click shop. If I see an order of $150 during the month of April, I will send you the Make and Take packet for all 5 projects. It'll go automatically to the mailing address that you have on file with Stampin' Up. And if you've got any questions at all, please reach out. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video where we'll make our fun pencil sleeve treat. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in video number 3.